We are here with Bob Engler from Budget Blinds of the Lowcountry talking about solar shades and blinds. Bob, good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
We're great. How are you?
I'm well.
Business is well right now? Busy?
Business is good. It's nice to be able to talk about solar shades after the cold months. It seemed like a long winter.
Summer is finally here in the Lowcountry, and we are thrilled.
Seems like we went straight from winter into summer.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. There's never that, smooth transition.
No.
And so we were talking off camera is, now everybody's starting to go out on your porches and your screening porches, and you got this blinding sun.
Yep.
And you're talking about the solar shades in the outdoor.
You're solving a problem for people, aren't you, Bob?
Trying to help. The sunlight's great to have, but at certain times when it comes flying in there, you need to,
especially when it's setting and it beams through those windows.
Yep, people have that western exposure or certain type of spots where they just need to cut it out. They've built the porch over the winter or, added on a room that, gets a lot of sunlight. So solar shades are perfect because they give you a chance to kind of still see through, whether you're seeing the ocean, the golf course, or just want to keep the room nice and open.
Or your backyard. A lot of us don't have the luxury of those gorgeous views, but we might have a very pretty backyard, and I would like to still see that.
Yeah, and they don't close in a room like some blinds that you may close. It can kind of close in a room. A solar shade still helps to keep it open and light and bright.
So the solar, is that solar powered? Is that solar protection? What kind of solar are we talking about?
I mean, it pretty much applies to the solar rating, that how much UV rays being blocked. Okay. So you can do different openness factors in terms of, you can block 99% of the UV rays with a 1% shade. You're not going to see through that a lot. You can do an 85% shade. It's going to block 85% of UV rays. It'll be a little less, not quite as tightly woven.
Now, is it uncommon, because you got two sides of a screen porch, to have two different shades, ranges and stuff? Like, I didn't know for sunsets and different things, the way they come in, I didn't know if a customer can ever do that without looking different appearance on them.
They'll do, porches is the one area where we might do shades on one side and not on the other.
Okay.
If we approach a room inside the house, obviously you're going to try to keep everything pretty consistent within that same room. On a porch though, since you're using them more for function and a little less of aesthetics, we might do the right side of the porch and not the left side.
So just when you're having that problem, you put the shades down, and if there's no problem on the left side, there's no reason to put the shades on the left side.
No reason to put the shade, because you'd never use it.
Now, are these Roman shades, roller shades? What kind of appearance do some of these options have?
Most of them are in a roller shade format.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cordless?
Well, cordless if you can reach them. A lot of folks' porches are pretty high up, so they're hard to reach. We do a lot of them motorized.
Okay.
You can put a wind sensor on it, so if it gets really windy, it'll go up. You can do steel guide cables
to
kind of help.
Wind sensors?
Yeah, to help with the inflection from the wind. People do them motorized, so there's lots of different ways to
Now,
do
you have to run an outlet, or does that run battery usually when it's like that, when they're so high out in back porches and things like that?
Exterior is going to be plug-in power.
Okay.
If we do them on the inside of the house, like a closed-in room that's maybe just a sunroom or something, you can do those battery power.
Okay, so several different options, but that's the main thing on that. Okay.
So summer is here. The sun is shining. It's very bright. It's very warm. And your porch may need some blinds to have you enjoying that space more than you would before. So Bob at Budget Blinds of the Lowcountry, which is in Bluffton behind
Jim and
Nick's, will be very willing to help you and get your lanais and porch to the most enjoyable state.